Hey everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for hanging out with us still at the AWS New York Summit live on the expo floor. And like I made mention, still here with you and begrudgingly still here with AM Grobelny. But he'll introduce himself in a second. My name is Adrian San Miguel. I'm a principal partner enterprise architect here at AWS, working with our technology partners and for the next little bit with AM as well.
You went for the Grobelny there, and you almost missed it. It was very. I heard it,
No.
but then you landed it.
That would require me to miss you, and I never do.
I don't even know how to pronounce it. I'm AM Grobelny. It's great to see you all again. I'm a developer advocate here and one of your hosts for the day. But more importantly, we've got Christina down here at the end. Please give the people an introduction.
Yes, hi. I'm Christina Pieretti. I work for Moody's, and they're the General Manager for our Digital Content and Innovation unit. And most importantly for today, I'm leading our Gen AI efforts.
So Gen AI is definitely top of mind, and forgive me for coming into this absolutely cold, but in a positive way. Of one would not assume a Moody's to be tinkering with generative AI, and I'm sure that's not at all the case, right?
Yes, you're right. Yeah, so let me give you a little bit of background maybe. So,
Please.
We are a rating agency. We're also a data analytics and workflow solutions providers, mostly for the financial services industry. As part of that, we've been developing quantitative models for years, and we had been working a lot with machine learning. But you're right, Gen AI was not necessarily in a radar, of course, because I don't think it was in anyone's radar until November 30, 2022. You know what happened then?
I do know what happened.
What happened?
AM, what happened that day?
No. You signed up to say it.
All right, you got me red-handed. I don't know what happened today. Please tell us in the chat.
I was trying to shift that.
Okay.
Damn, you got me.
ChatGPT was announced, and our world's changed, and the way we look at our customers, at the work we do, our lives, everything changed, right? So when we dive in and we try to understand what's the impact for how we develop products, what's the impact for how we do work, and what's the impact in terms of the solutions we provide to our customers. And then fast forward, we launch our first commercial product on December of 2023. This has gone so far that I have to... You should be remembering the dates. Can you remember?
Yeah. I don't know what day it is today, Christina. So,
yeah, he's not kidding either.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
Now, you're talking back in the day when that was just still a single AI, right?
Yes.
But now
Yes.
you all at Moody's are working with multi-agent
Yes.
AI. Tell me
Yes.
about that.
Yes. Well, maybe I'll tell you about how excited we were with this single agent AI. And we thought, this was panacea. Like, oh my God, suddenly we're getting, we're talking about 40-60% efficiencies in the customers just using chat. And then we meet the agents.
Oh.
Do you know what an agent is?
I do, and mine never books anything for me. I keep going out for these auditions, and my agent just...
Okay.
I get one joke. That's it. One agent joke. That's the whole
at
thing.
least you didn't reply with it's like Men in Black or 007, which I've also gotten that type of responses.
That's dated also.
Sorry, are you calling me old?
No, I'm saying the reference is old.
Okay, you get a pass there. Okay, so we started working with Gen AI agents, and the beauty of that is they can perform several tasks, and they can perform several tasks at the same time, which means they can replace a lot of workflows where you have multi-step processes which are defined and help and become a coworker, right? Okay. So since then, we've been working a lot with financial services across the globe. Trying to understand their processes and developing or co-developing with them a set of agents that can help them automate their processes, get more efficient, get more consistent, and sometimes even get additional insights because you have more power on your hands, right?
Awesome.
You can do more with less.
Now, Christina, I hate to do this to you because I want to talk about this, but I am also very visual. Can we take a look at what you all have been working with and building?
Yes, of
and
course.
talking about it too?
Yes. Can people see what I have in the screen, or it's only the three of us?
In just a minute.
Okay.
It should be coming up any second.
It'll come up, but we can keep talking.
There it is.
Okay, great it is. So this is AI Studio. This is Moody's platform for the development of agents. And how we do this, you're not going to see everything that is in the back end, but this is what we present to our customers to show the power of what's possible.
Okay.
And we usually do demos here, do proof of concepts. We iterate with them until we've built the agentic solution that they want. And then we implemented with them. And I think, and you were mentioning that you were a big fan of Boeing before we kicked off. So I'm going to use Boeing as an example.
Okay.
Okay, good. So what I'm going to run here is what we call the credit memo. When you are in a bank and you're about to extend, for example, a loan to a corporation, throughout the underwriting process, you do the evaluation, and then you have to write a credit memo, which basically describes the company, describes its competitors, describes the financial health of the company, and then that's the document that you take for approval of that loan. The same thing happens with an investment and with many other processes. So I'm going to click here, Boeing. I'm going to enter Boeing. And then in a minute, what you're going to see after I hit run, and then when I hit run, I'm not going to be able to stop this thing.
Okay.
You're going to see two things. You're going to see the agents on the left-hand side, and I'll walk you through that, how they're doing work. And you're going to see on the right-hand side the progress of all the steps they're taking to complete a credit memo. So let's go into it, right? So I'm going to hit run.
Okay.
And I'm going to basically show you first the agents running.
Ooh.
So these are, all the tasks that they're completing, right? It's pretty impressive, as you can see. In green, you can see the tasks they've already completed.
Wow.
In blue is a task they're working on. And in orange is tasks that they haven't been able to complete. And they're basically telling me, I was not able to do this. The reason they were not able to do those is I was supposed to upload some documents, but because of the time constraint we have here, I didn't upload those documents, right? So they're basically telling me, these metrics are complete. These processes are complete. This process I'm working on right now, they're working on balance trend analysis and cash flow trend analysis. And then the oranges, I was not able to find this. If we look at the other part, then you can see where it is. So you can see that it's completed 81% of the workflow, and you can see it's in step 34 now, getting owner shareholders. Now, in the interest of time, we can leave them running. We can wait until it completes. It's almost done, but I also run this while I was waiting for us to get on air. So this is the final product, right? And you can see that it produced a report that is pretty lengthy. So, it has done everything in a matter. This process usually takes around 40 hours for an analyst to complete.
Wow.
And you can see it's completed in about 2-3 minutes.
I'll tell you, Christina, my neurons, all orange. Every single one of them orange. Every single one. Can you believe that? You've only known me a short time. The answer is yes.
It's okay.
You can.
You can say yes.
What colors are yours?
A little greenish, little yellowish, but definitely a lot of blue. A lot of stuff percolating.
Good.
40 hours down to how long did it take to run that? by the way?
Around 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
I'd say. Yeah.
That's
so it's pretty fast, and honestly, look at all the information that it compiled. Right, information. This has news. This has information from different sites. It went to the. It leveraged Moody's proprietary data. It leveraged third-party data. So it's a pretty comprehensive report. And yes, that's how we're working with some of our customers.
Now, once an employee at Moody's gets this report, what's their next step?
So this is actually not used by the employees at Moody's, and we can talk a little bit about the employees at Moody's. These are services we provide. This is for customers, right? So we work with our customer. We understand what they want to put in the report. In this case, we can do this for many other use cases, and then we basically we assemble the agents for them. And then that's part of our business.
Clearly, I'm a big finance guy.
I can see that. I can see that.
I'm glad I asked. Okay, so how
I can talk to you a little bit about how Moody's does, because we're big fans of, if we're going to sell this to our customers and we're going to preach to them that they have to adopt agents, then how we could not adopt the agents ourselves. So we started with this process very early on. Back in the day, we like to say that we had 14,000 innovators. It's a little bit dated now because we've had 14,000 innovators for more than I would say 2 years now. Okay. Basically, we enabled all type of Gen AI functionalities for our employees. We started with ChatGPT, to be candid, and then after we had get them comfortable using Gen AI, and we do get through an approval process to make sure that we're managing the risk. Then we started by the different specialties. So 60% of my team are developers. For example, we basically looked at specific tools that could help them develop, right, and could make them more efficient. So we basically sorry, I have a little bit of allergies, so not the best look to be using this tissue on air.
That's okay.
But
we're all human here.
Yeah, I am human. I'm not an agent.
Sorry. we're not all human here. I am an agent, but
He is an agent.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
good.
I'm-
An undercover agent.
That's right.
Okay, so we basically then started with, okay, we want, for example, the development teams to be using tools like GitHub and Cursor, and we want the sales and marketing team to make sure that they're leveraging Gen AI tools, and we want to make sure that we have assistance for our customer service team.
Yep.
So we basically are monitoring and making sure and tracking and encouraging to make sure that every Moody's employee leverages Gen AI tools according to, of course, their job profile. We do that because we want them to be more efficient. It helps with their work-life balance, and honestly, it helps with their culture a lot.
Yeah.
Because where do you want to be working? With in a firm where we're all for innovation and we're going to give you cool tools to be used on your day-to-day, or in the firm that say, no, we're not adopting those technologies.
Yep.
You have to go back and look at the encyclopedia if you want to search for something.
Yeah, I could see that being not only a detriment to the ongoing business plans and basically affecting inertia, or really trying to resist gravity of what everyone else is doing and trying to leverage the tools to make things better, faster, more intuitive, take less time, focus those expensive developers, research analysts to be doing things that are more hands-on, beneficial to your customers and your internal teams and workflows, versus doing the manual minutia that somebody that's been done a ton of research over the years. This takes time. This is hours, days, years in some instance of your life that you're getting back in 2 to 3
That's
minutes.
exactly the case. And, one of the examples we like to talk about is, okay, how do we empower sales professionals, for example? We can make sure that you're looking at, let's say you work at AWS and you want to pitch business. We can identify who should you be pitching businesses to, and we can prepare so you have a very successful meeting, which means you are able to do many more meetings in the same time.
Yep.
That's more commissions for you. That's more revenue for the company. That's hopefully more work-life balance for you as a salesperson. So it's a win-win.
We did have a question from chat, Christina. Hello, chat. How are you? Hi, it's me.
Sadly.
So I'm going to. I'm going to paraphrase this a bit. Were the flows predefined or defined after the request when we saw your demo? So, meaning, I think, I'm going to inject my own thoughts here. When you kicked off that workflow, were all of those predefined agents going to run, or does it selectively run?
Yeah. So again, and I would say it depends, which is
That's classic solution architecture.
You
Best
see?
answer.
There you go. It depends. In this case, this is predefined, right? We had selected what we wanted the agents to do, what information they wanted to look for, and in some cases, depending on what is the solution that we are the problem we're trying to address with the agents, we will predefine. In some other cases, it's going to be, and we call that kind of deterministic agents, right? Because we are predefining all the steps. In some other cases, it might not be predefined. So it depends on the nature of the problem, basically.
Fantastic. Use the best tool for the toolbox, or pull the tool out of the toolbox to solve the problem the best way possible.
Exactly.
Fantastic. AM, we got a production note, didn't we?
I have a card. I was given this card.
It is
It's
handwritten.
incredibly important card. You'll never believe this. We have a survey.
We do.
We have a survey that actually we asked people to tell us how we're doing up here, Christina, which is wild. I didn't ask for any feedback. I did. I asked for positive affirmation.
Are you asking
only.
me for
No,
feedback? Okay.
I'm actually asking the chat.
good.
You can
Okay.
fill out this survey, and I'm told
You should fill out this survey.
the first 200 viewers with builder IDs get $20 of AWS credit. And a builder ID, it's free. You don't have one? Go sign up because it's free. All right. We've got to get out of here. Thank you so much, Christina.
Thank you. This was fun. It was great.
But we will be back with more. And I think it's me and Adrian again.
I think so.
Stick around.
Okay.
See ya.
Thank you. Bye.